Time for this week's pickup video. Well, this week I've been on vacation, so I haven't really gone anywhere. I've been pretty lazy. Well, not lazy. I've been working around the house, working out in the yard. Haven't shaved all week. On vacation, who cares? But I did make some runs around some flea markets and stuff, and I didn't have one good pickup this week. I'll get to that here in a second. First thing I got a hold of here, well, it was sent to me by my buddy Josh, or Kenrick, who does the Turtle Flakes podcast. He has a Turbo Duo system here, the CD attachment and stuff. And the problem is it has no sounds. It plays the games just fine. There's just no sound. Even tried the headphone port on the side. Nothing's coming out. He tried to have it repaired up where he lives, and the guy was telling him that there were circuit traces missing. So I halfway suspect that somebody may have plugged a power adapter into the headphone jack and toasted it, the audio. So I want to take it apart and see what I can do with it, see if I can get the sound back. So need a little project I can work on the side, maybe do a repair video on it. And when I'm out and about looking for stuff, I did find another copy of Rampage for the Sega Master System. I didn't do a game video on this one because, I've done it before. I've got two of these now. It was like $1. I couldn't pass it up being complete in the box, even though I've already got one. I really dig the box art on some of the Master System games, especially by Activision. They make some really neat box art. A lot better than the plain white boxes that look like clip art graphics on the front of it that the Sega Master System had. But the big major pickup I made this week was I found myself, this was all for $20, Sega Saturn. I had one of these before, but I gave it to one of my buddies. So I decided to go ahead and pick up another one since I found that In the Hunt game a couple weeks ago. So I want to get a Saturn to play it actually on Saturn hardware instead of emulation on my PC. And I got some games with it. First game I got a hold of is Sky Target. It's kind of like a sequel to Afterburner. If you like the arcade game Afterburner, then you'll probably really like this game. It gives you the ability to select between different jets that you fly. Graphics are pretty nice. The sound effects are pretty cool. It's a really fun game. I'm really enjoying this. And it's a Sega exclusive according to the box here. Wow, I didn't know that. Cool. And the next game that came with my Saturn is the Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition. So it has a little extra stuff in it than the regular Daytona USA that came on the Sega Saturn. Let's see here. We got 2 new courses. Got some new music that plays in the background, which is pretty cool while you're racing. 8 new cars. So you got more cars to play with. And they've changed the driving perspectives. Awesome. I really enjoyed this game. When I had it on my original Sega Saturn, I had the original one that came with the Saturn. Well, they didn't come with it, but the earlier version of this. So this is kind of neat to get a hold of this again. I have a lot of fun playing it. And the next game I got a hold of is Wing Arms, which is a aerial flight combat sim for the Sega Saturn. And it's actually really good. It's not bad at all. It looks like it's compatible with the Mission Stick, which is an analog control stick. It looks like a airplane yoke. Might have to find one of those for this. It controls okay with the D-pad, but I imagine with an analog control, it'd be a lot better. I wonder if it works with a 3D controller. Might have to find one of those first and try it out. Like I say, you can select different types of World War II aircraft. In this video here, I'm flying the P-38 Lightning. And you do barrel rolls, all kinds of neat stuff. You can change perspective from in the cockpit to outside the cockpit. It's not a bad flight combat game for the Saturn. This is really cool, man. So I was pretty happy. I've never seen this game before. It's pretty cool to see it. And the next one I picked up was Virtual Racing that came with my Saturn. And this is kind of neat. It allows you to race all different types of race cars on here. You can race, of course, you got the regular arcade game Virtual Racing on here. But you can race coupes, you can race go-karts, GT cars. Has a lot of different types of tracks. You got 10 different tracks. I like messing with the go-karts. The go-karts are pretty fun to race. They're pretty cool. Another cool game. And the last game that came with my Saturn was Hyper 3D Pinball. Not too bad of a pinball game. I've played better. The controls seem a little, I don't know what the word for it is. Kind of laggy, I think. Not real laggy, but yeah, the physics of the game is a little off. But it plays okay. This has 6 different tables on here. The one I'm playing in this video is called Star something. And you can also change the view. You can actually look at the in the 3D view where it's away from you, and you can look at the top-down view. So I think it's easier to play in the 3D view because the top-down, the screen keeps scrolling up and down, and you can't really tell where the ball's going to go because you can't see your flipper. So I like the 3D view better than the overhead perspective. But that's pretty much all the pickups this week. Like I said, I haven't gone anywhere. Next week, I'm heading up to New Jersey again for business, and I plan on hitting one of my favorite game stores up there, Digital Press Video Games, up in Clifton, New Jersey, ran by Joe Santelli. It's a really cool store. I go there every time I'm in the area. I always go there and I usually find something. So I'm looking forward to visiting that store again. So until next time, thanks for watching.